What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another installment of plant-based, and the next plant up is the neon pothos. This is a variety of pothos that is characterized by its trailing leaves. It's characterized by its neon leaves. It is a trailing plant, so it's gonna trail just like the pothos. I purchased this plant from the sale. I just have it in a cover pot, and I am proud to say that I do have some roots that are coming they're coming out of these holes in this pot. The scientific name of this plant is the Epipremnum aureum. Ain't she pretty? I think this plant is beautiful. I love her. I can't wait to see her trail. When I purchased her, she was not as full as she is today. I expected her to be at least trailing by now, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really like leggy plants that much unless it's like supposed to be leggy. I don't know. I like a nice full plant. I like a thick plant. So I'm cool with it just being full and not trailing yet, because I would prefer a full trailing plant than just a trailing plant. This plant sits in a south facing window, and I have her right up to the window, so she gets a good amount of light. Now, they say not to give this plant that much light or too much light, because it can burn the leaves. But I have had her in this window pretty much since July. Not pretty much. I have had her in this window since July. That's like 5 or 6 months. I think she is doing fine. I did see a little bit of like some sus on like the underbelly of one of her leaves, but I can't even find it anymore. So I'm gonna just leave her in there. I think because she's getting winter sun too, it's not so bad. Maybe when it starts warming up, I will pull her away from that window. But this plant does like a little bit more light because of how light her leaves are. So she's going to require or thrive or do better in a little bit more light than a regular jade pothos or a golden pothos. I do find myself watering her quite a bit. I feel like this is the plant that I water the most. Probably because she's getting so much light. But I do usually wait. This is my indicator leaf. This is the leaf that lets me know when it's time to water, because it droops down like this. This is like the only leaf that goes that far too. Like this is the dramatic leaf. This is the leaf that does the most. When I water this plant, this leaf is probably more like this. And I do wait till it gets like dramatically dry before I water it. Is working great for me. So I will water this plant tomorrow. I watered it and fertilized it about a week ago, and I plan on fertilizing it again, just because the fertilizer that I used said that it was gentle enough to use for every watering, and I cut the dosage in half. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a little bit more fertilizer tomorrow, and then I will not fertilize it until February. If I do not fertilize it in February, then I will just wait for spring in March. So I am fertilizing my pothos, this one, my golden pothos, and I have a philodendron that I am fertilizing through the winter, which I do have to say that my plants are still pushing out new growth. I'm pretty proud of it, just like I'm pretty proud that its roots coming out from the bottom of here. I'm pretty proud that most of my plants are still pushing out new growth this winter. It's pretty amazing to me. So I water her every week, 7 to 10 days. She sits right close smack dab in the south facing window. It might be too much sun in the summer, but she's looking good to me. I think the thing that is most challenging for me, or the thing that I have to make the most adjustments for in terms of this plant, is humidity. She has tipped on some of her leaves. Even this leaf is tipping. I'm not even going to try to focus it and do a close-up because I tried and the last take, and this camera is getting on my nerves. Thank God for this camera though. I'm happy that I got this camera, but be grateful for what I got, right? But yeah, the things that I have to make the most adjustment for in terms of this plant is humidity. She likes humidity, clearly. So what I have begun to do, in addition to using, I have a face steamer, and I just use that on my plants. I'm planning on getting a humidifier, but for now it's a face steamer. But what I have been doing to kind of supplement the face steamer is I've been putting like little saucers and vases around the plant full of water, and that seems to be working. I love this plant. It is starting to trail. It's a subtle trail, but it is definitely starting to trail. I cannot wait till this plant becomes a beast. I did read somewhere that it said to trim it back regularly to help it grow, and I don't know, I might do it when, I feel like I'll do it when it's a little bit bigger. I did end up having to trim my pothos, and I propagated it, and I think that I was successful at propagating it. I think I was successful with my propagation. And the mother plant has definitely grown a lot more in different areas. So I might take that advice to trim this, but I'm not gonna do it until it's like definitely trailing. This side looks like it's just gonna trail, doesn't it? But it's, I guess it is, huh? This is the first spillage. But I'm gonna insert a clip too of it after I've watered it so you can see the difference, because this isn't even that dramatic of a droop, but when I water it, it definitely stands like at attention, like it stands straight up. But this is one of the easiest of my plants. I feel like because it's so small and because it has so many legs, I water it the most, and because it's right in the window. I'm also proud that the leaves on this thing are way bigger than when I first got it. Most of the leaves were like this size. I don't know if y'all can see that. And like, look at this. That leaf is like the entire size of the pot. I appreciate that. If you're looking for an easy to care for, beautifully colored, leafy houseplant, I definitely recommend this one. And I don't know if y'all saw, but there is a new leaf coming up. But that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.